What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And I just want to welcome in all of the new people. If this is your first time being here, thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for coming through and checking out my channel. I hope that there is something that you can connect with in my videos, that you'll decide to keep coming back and hit that subscribe button. And to all my fam bam, thank you for continuing to rock with me. I love you guys so much, and I appreciate all the love and support. I'm seeing my numbers go up. They're going up slowly but surely, but they are going up, and I am so happy. I don't know if I can attribute that to the content, me tagging my videos a certain way, me titling my videos a certain way, but I'm just so excited to be seeing new family members. I don't know if you're, because I know YouTube is doing this weird thing where it's unsubscribing you from people's channel, because it's doing to me the same thing. Because some of the channels that I know for a fact that I watch on a regular basis, I have gone to watch a video and happen to look at the subscribe button and it's black. And I'm going, okay, why am I not subscribed to this channel? Because I've always been subscribed to the channel and the bell has been on. It's been on all. So the weird thing is I'm getting the notifications for the channels, but so I don't know if that's a glitch with YouTube or what's going on. But anyway, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, and make sure you put the notification bell to all so that you don't miss out on any of my videos. Today's lunchtime vlog, I'm in the car and I immediately turn the air on because I am not playing with this heat, okay? I feel so bad. I was talking to my daughter earlier, and as y'all can tell, I'm still congested, struggling with that. Just blew my brains out before I before I came to the car, because I had put some nasal spray. I got to a point where I couldn't breathe, so I had to put some more nasal spray in my nose. And the only thing I haven't done was taking my sinus medicine, which I think I'm going to go ahead and do because it's non-drowsy, so it won't make me sleepy. But anyway, I was talking to my daughter, and I felt so bad because she was, she was trying to get in touch with my son. And my son, my poor baby, I have no idea how long he's been dealing with this. And I say baby, he just turned 30, but that's still my baby, whatever. But he deals with motion sickness. And the worst of it is the kind of job that he has, he's always moving around. He's driving in a van. The company is not really keeping up with the AC and stuff. So we're like 95 plus degrees. Yesterday when I went home, it was 101 degrees. And he's, when he gets too hot, his motion sickness intensifies. So it's like he might be okay as long as he's cool or whatever, and he just needs to sit down, take a break. But when he gets overheated, it's like it's the heat on top of the motion sickness, and it just takes him out. And she told me, she was able to reach him, but she think that that's what's going on because it's been so hot. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So I'm gonna have to look for, I saw this item. It looks like a cooler, but it has this piece that comes out the side of it, and it has a control panel. So basically you can put ice and all that kind of stuff in there, but it acts as an outdoor AC as well. And so my thing is, I just saw on the news this morning, where they were saying something about a law that went into place where people who work, in the heat, they have to give them paid breaks, and they have to have a place for them to, get into the cool air. And it was like about 6 things. And I told my daughter about it, and I said, I'm going to have to find, because it was on Channel 2. I watch KPRC Channel 2 News in the morning before, while I'm getting ready to go getting dressed for work. And I said, I'm going to have to find on their website, find that so I can get a screenshot of it and send it to them, because I'm not trying to get a phone call to my child and had heat stroke out here in this heat. It's just, it's crazy. And then he is in and out of the van, in and out of people's houses. And I think that's probably the only reprieve, is that, he has to go into the customers' homes, and hopefully they got the air on. So that'll give him kind of a break from being in the heat. But he still has to get from one customer to another, and there's no telling how long that drive is. And then my daughter said he told her that when if he turns the AC up too high, the van shuts off. And I'm like, that's crazy. I've never heard of such a thing. That is nuts. But anyway, that's not what I came on to talk about today. But I was just thinking about my baby, because I was worried about him since I just talked to my daughter, and I'm just really struggling with trying not to be too concerned. Being a mom, You worry about your babies. And, you know, she said, I don't want you to worry about us and blah, blah, blah. I said, honey, that's my job. It is my job to be concerned about what's going on with you guys, you know, and I wouldn't be a good parent if I wasn't concerned, you know. So I'm glad that he's, you know, she was able to reach him, but it doesn't sound like he's feeling well, and I'm not happy with that. So I don't know. I'll have to check with her by the time I get off. Uh, I might have to slide through and check on him because I need to put my eyes on him and make sure he's good. But anyway, I just came today because I had an awesome day. I actually did a training session at work, and when I tell you, I want the subject of this video to be finding happiness and finding joy in the little things. And so for me, I had such an amazing time doing that training session that I was very excited to be doing it. I love opportunities where I can actually do classes and teach about things because I feel like knowledge is power. It's meant to be shared like love. Woohoo! And I feel like, you know, it's always a touchy feely type thing for me to see people actually absorb the information that you're sharing. It's always such an amazing thing for me to see that people are intrigued and they want to know what it is that you have to teach them. And that was the experience I got today. I had a full class and everybody was engaged. Everybody was, you know, asking questions, and people were actually, they taking notes, and it was just so much information that was disseminated, and um, it was all received, and I was just so very, very surprised. But I wasn't surprised because of the fact that they would be, but I was surprised as to how excited I became, you know, and of course my quirky personality and, you know, being silly and, you know, telling jokes and stuff. I gave a few fun facts about myself, and I think it's always good for people who are doing those types of presentations to connect with your audience, to tell like little um, tidbits or little fun facts about yourself so that people can understand who it is that is standing in front of them. You know, it makes it fun, it makes it interesting, and I just really, really had a good time. So I wanted to share that with you guys. And so, you know, it wasn't a matter of this awesome, wonderful, amazing, over the top thing happened. It was just an opportunity for me to actually share information with my peers. And because I was able to do that, I enjoyed putting together the content. I enjoyed presenting the content. I enjoyed showing um, like how to resolve certain issues, how to address certain issues. I really, really enjoyed being able to provide the details that I did to my peers. It was such an amazing experience, and I'm so thankful and I'm so grateful that my leadership team entrusted the team that I work with. It's me and two other I have two other counterparts. We work together on a help desk. We're technical support for our credentialing department, and I'm so grateful that they entrusted us with doing the training, because, you know, for me that speaks a lot to the fact that they trust that we will handle the employees the way that we're supposed to handle them. You know, won't be there talking all crazy and everything. We will actually disseminate information that is appropriate and is well put together, well thought out. It's important because it speaks to the fact that they consider us subject matter experts in the things that we're talking about. I mean, it is, to me, that's a huge thing for your boss to trust you to actually train other people. That's not always an opportunity that's given to everybody. And it just depends on where you work, you know, who you work for, and you know, what your responsibilities are. So we're always, the team that I work with, we're always looking for opportunities to be able to share new information or share information with our department that they might not be aware of. So say, for example, the functionality of our system. So when we learn that our system is capable of doing certain things and we feel like our peers would be, that information will be useful to them because it would help them do their job better, then we put together materials to be able to show them how to do that. And that to me is a very special opportunity within itself as well, because we maintain material for the department as well as our other customers to use. And that makes me feel very special, because to me, that's a huge responsibility, because you're sending out information that other people are going to be looking at, and you want to make sure that you don't have a bunch of misspelled words, and it's a bunch of grammatical errors, and that it's not flowing the way it's supposed to. You want to make sure that it's put together in a nice, presentable way. And the fact that they are very hands off with that part of our job, they just trust us to do what we're supposed to do. And I don't think that I have ever worked in a situation where, I don't think there have been very many micromanaged jobs that I've had. I don't think I've worked in roles where the manager was like just all on top of me. But I think this is probably the first time I've ever worked with this amount of freedom. And that speaks to my manager, because she just is not one of those kind of people. She don't have time for all that. Her role within itself is very complicated, is very demanding. She has a lot going on just doing her own job. But then she's responsible for the rest of us, for her team. And she doesn't have time to be constantly trying to see, are you doing your job? Are you showing up? Are you messing around? Are you riding the clock? She don't have time for that. And she makes it very, very plain that if she got to do all of that, you're not a good fit, because she needs to be able to trust that her employees are doing what they're supposed to do. Now, am I saying that there's never going to be a time where she has to assess whether maybe something else needs to happen with her employees? No, that's not what I'm saying. But for the most part, she's always had a team where we all just we come in and we do the work. She don't have to worry about whether we're going to show up, because we've all been dependable. We are reliable. We don't come to work and it's a bunch of drama going on. We don't come to work and she's looking up and there's complaints that emails are not being answered, or that the phone calls are not being answered. She's always had a team where she didn't have to worry about that. And that's important, because I've been in management before, and let me tell you something. The last thing as a manager that you want to have to do is have to constantly be trying to figure out where somebody is and what they're doing. Because when I used to be a property manager, this is after Katrina, I had he was a maintenance guy that we wound up hiring, and he was from New Orleans. Baby, let me tell you, that booger gave me, I'm talking about, he was the monkey on my back. Do you hear me? He gave me so many problems, and I was so grateful to be able to finally let him go, because he was doing all kinds of stuff. He was in the maintenance shed when he wasn't supposed to be, after hours and stuff. Come to find out, he was in there taking stuff, and he was hooking up because we all had our apartments. So he was taking stuff out of the inventory in the maintenance shed, and he was hooking up his apartment. Like he had, when we finally let him go and we changed the locks and went in that apartment, that apartment was hooked up with he was ordering stuff that he wasn't supposed to be ordering. That apartment didn't look nothing like the rest of the apartments on that property. He had them put in all kinds of stuff. The floors were different. Baby, let me tell you, he was doing all kinds of stuff. And then there was a time when, I got work orders. I had, at that particular time, it was 3 maintenance men. And he was, the last one that had been hired. The other 2 that had been there for a while. And he was supposed to be working these maintenance requests. And we would be looking for him. The golf cart will be gone. We had 2 golf carts. The golf cart will be gone. So at some point, I think by like the 3rd time, somebody like the resident where he was supposed to be going, by the time they called, we're like, okay, he was supposed to already be there. I wonder why are they calling us, because he hasn't shown up. So by the time I got a call from the third resident, and this is over like maybe a week, like during the week, I said, okay, that third resident call. I said, no, 3 strikes. That's it. I left the office and I walked the property. I found his behind. He had them parked the building where he lived in was the last building on the left side of the complex, all the way in the back. The only thing that was on the other side of that building was a fence, some trees, and some like warehouse things. So I went all the way over to, and I'm walking around. I happened to walk on the outside of the property, on the side where the gate was, saw the golf cart parked behind the building where he lived. He had done parked the golf cart and he had been up in his apartment the whole time. He was not working these tickets. He was not filling the maintenance request. He wasn't. I don't know, and I meant to just let it happen and just kind of watch and see when he was doing it. But somebody told me for the good part of the day, he would park that golf cart back there and would disappear up in his apartment. And then he would pop up every now and then and tell us that he's been working a maintenance request. But he wasn't. And I'm like, so what is you doing in your apartment? The whole time he got the golf cart, making it seem like he's out there working, but he wasn't working. He was just sitting up there in his apartment. I said, oh no, Buster, you got to go. You got to go. And then he had nerve enough to get mad when we told him it was time for your services are no longer required, because he was riding the clock. He wasn't doing his work. He was hiding the golf cart. He was stealing from the job. He was ordering stuff that he wasn't supposed to be ordering to do up his apartment. Baby, the light fixtures didn't look the same. The floor didn't look the same. He had done hooked up that apartment so much till if you was to walk in one of the other apartments and then turn around and walk in his apartment will make you feel like you walked into another apartment complex. Is that crazy? So it's people like that. As a manager, I don't blame my manager. I wouldn't want to have employees working for me that I constantly had to baby like that. Now my other employees, I had a leasing agent, I had a receptionist, and I had 2 maintenance technicians after we let him go. And then I outsourced the housekeeping and the make ready. And the only part of the make ready that the maintenance did was, they changed the lights and all that kind of stuff. But it was horrible. I say he couldn't be gone fast enough. Because I said, you causing me too many problems. And then we looking at the numbers, and the numbers they weren't numbering. Like, where's the supplies and stuff? Where's the stuff? First of all, who ordered this? And I'm thinking it's stuff that got ordered that we're gonna have to send back. No, he done went and put it up in his apartment. Just crazy. But yeah, so I mean, y'all, let me tell you something. If you have never been in management and you don't understand the level of responsibility, please try to be the best employee that you can. Please try to do the best job that you can so that other people don't have to answer for your mistakes and for your irresponsibility. If you're supposed to go to work, get up and go to work. If you're supposed to give so much notice when you need to take PTO, do the right thing. Because trust and believe, if you ever have an opportunity to be in a leadership position and you are not behaving the way that you're supposed to be as a person who is not in a leadership position, you're going to see that again. You're going to see that again, because when you become a leader, you're going to inherit the same problems that you caused as a person who wasn't in leadership. Trust and believe, karma is a booger bear. You are going to see that again. And I hope for your sake, it ain't as bad as what you did to whoever you did it to. It is not right. But yeah, you have to really, that didn't have anything to do with finding joy and finding excitement in the little things, but it's just, I had to say that because it was just in me. Y'all have to be careful. You really have to be careful with how you handle people, because you never know who knows who. And you could always, and me and my old boss used to say that all the time. You never know who you talking crazy to somebody, and that may be the uh a person, be connected to a person that you don't went showed your behind. Now what? Because I can't remember. It's a story, and I don't know if it's something I saw on social media, but actually one of them was, and this guy, he went to this seminar, and these guys was talking to him all crazy and disrespectful and everything, and come to find out, the man that they was treating like crap was the speaker. And they sitting there with their mouth open, didn't know how to act, was treating him like he was the waiter, and come to find out the man was the actual keynote speaker at the event they was going to. And then there was another situation where, and again, these stories, I don't know if it's all social media or whatever, but I know that I'm seeing them and I'm hearing them. It was another situation where this guy talked crazy to this lady, and come to find out, when he walked into his interview, that's the lady that was going to be interviewing him for his job. He talked to her crazy and was disrespectful to her. And when he got called into his interview, the receptionist came out and got him and told him, it was time for him to go in. When he stepped into that office, that woman was the one that he talked crazy to. Qualified or not, do you think he got that job? So you just have to be careful, because you don't know who you're dealing with. A person can look like some of anything to you, and then wind up being some of everything to you. And just because I don't look the part, don't mean that I ain't playing the part. So don't get it twisted, because see, a lot of people think if you're not walking around here in designer shoes, with a designer bag, with designer suit, your hair slayed, or you wearing a wig with a ton of makeup on your face, that you're not executive material. It just depends. And I know you're supposed to look a certain way in the corporate America, but it's people with money walking around here all the time, and they got beat up tennis shoes and everything else. It was a guy years and years and years ago. Somebody told a story about how this guy was pretending like he was homeless, and come to find out he was a millionaire, billionaire, or something like that. And he was doing it because he wanted to see how people was treating the homeless on the streets. So you never know who you handling. So you just make sure you handle with care. All right, y'all. I think that's it for me today. I enjoyed this little convo. Got my little. I'm just so excited. I just had such an amazing opportunity today. Had an amazing feeling. I'm riding high off of it right now. Yes. And I'm so glad, and I hope the feeling continues throughout the rest of the day. But again, if y'all are new here, thank you so much for coming, and thank you for supporting me. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and make sure you're sharing out my content. Make sure you turn that notification bell to all so you don't miss any of my content. And then I need you to go ahead and leave me a comment below what you think. What did you find joy and happiness in what little thing did you find it in today? What was the one thing that just made you smile from ear to ear? And if you've been rocking with me, fam bam, thank you for coming back. Please come on back for the next video. Y'all share my video out. Share.
If you're not already a member of the Fetch fam, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and download that app, scan my QR code, and get to scanning those receipts. You might as well take advantage of it. You're already spending the money. The receipts translates into points, the points translates into cash, and you can redeem that cash via store card or cash card, or you can donate to charity. Well, all right, we're going to go ahead and get out of here, but we don't do so without saying, love yourself, love somebody else, and until next time, y'all take care. Bye.